Liverpool fans are not taking the Trent Alexander-Arnold news well at all. The burning of the shirts has begun. The online meltdowns have begun. This is why we love Gerrard. Essentially, Trent Alexander-Arnold is walking alone. His legacy is being undone. He's being attacked, abused, called pejoratives, called a rat, a snake, a nasty piece of work. They are losing their minds. And for a few months now on socials, Liverpool fans kind of told us they weren't that worried about Trent leaving, by and large. They weren't that concerned. It was inevitable. As long as VVD and or Salah sign, it will be okay. But the reaction in the past 24 hours tells us how hurt, how frustrated, and how annoyed Liverpool fans are at Trent. But is their energy being placed in the right direction? I want to get your views. I want to get your opinions on this in the comment section below. Now, you've seen the video. It's up on the screen. It's been played already. I can't play the sound on this video because simply it's copyrightable music. But this guy burning the shirt. I mean, I did want to ask you guys, does this type of action, does this behavior from Trent genuinely undo all of that legacy that he built? I really would just love to get your views and your opinions on this in the comment section below. Up next, let's take a look at Tom Little here. This was him just after the news was announced yesterday. Let's take a little listen.
Being fucking sly, little deceitful little rat about the way he's tried to go around. He's tried to go under the fucking radar, out the back door. No one questioned him. He wishes we were shit this year so he could run the fucking classic excuse, I need to win trophies. We offer them more money, so it can't be money. And it can't be ambition because we're winning fucking trophies. So what is it?
Hang on, this is what's crazy though. You say it's not ambition, but yourself and Hassam on this show slag off FSG every week for not being ambitious enough, not spending enough, not investing enough. So let's be really clear here. Trent can say it's a lack of ambition to Liverpool fans like you, Tom. Liverpool fans like Hassam, who consistently say your club lacks ambition. Come on, let's be consistent here.
He's just a rat, plain and simple. And I'm fucking fuming because everything he said, you know what? I'd be annoyed anyway that he left. But all he's done all fucking time with this has been lie, lie, lie. I don't want us to play out in public. Yet I've known more about his contract situation than any of the others. And the other two have done fucking interviews every week. You haven't done a single fucking interview.
Then he hasn't played it out in public, has he? It's not his fault your club has leaked information. It's not his fault that the Spanish side are leaking information. And also, how much of it do you actually believe? The point is, he hasn't spoke about it publicly. The other two have dragged it out in public. What's going on? I know Tom is so angry. I don't think he's thinking straight.
All season. The last interview Trent Alexander-Arnold did as the vice captain. Let's bear this in mind. Vice captain of
the rage. The elevation of rage.
Football club. Last interview we did was when Jurgen Klopp was in the fucking dughouse. The man has been trying to get out the back door and trying to sneak through it the whole time and get away with it and think that it'll just get brushed under the carpet. You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad it's come.
Hang on. So, 1 minute he's playing it out in public, the next minute he's trying to do it behind closed doors. Which is it, Tom? This is why this rant is so beautiful. Because Tom has lost his mind. He's not thinking straight. The curtains are getting in the way. Earth to Tom. Earth to Tom.
Now, because he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. The only thing I wish now is that the stuff Paul Joyce has said that we're pushing on the Van Dijk and Salah contracts. I hope that gets done ASAP. So Trent, and it gets announced. None of this wait till the end of the season. Make sure it gets announced. So we have to sit there in a fucking stadium of 60,000 people who know what he is. A lying, traitor, rat.
Look, I think VVD and Salah, one of them, if not both, may sign a deal. Some people don't. And I understand it. I'm not going to lie. Forget I'm a Man United fan. Just for the outrage, just for watching the meltdowns, please to God, let the other two leave as well. it will be a thing of beauty. Up next, let's take a little look here at my bro Monts from the Big Six Bants. Let's take a little listen. Come back. It's like he's just found. It's like he's just walked in and seen his girl in bed with 2 men and a donkey. What's he gonna do?
This is dark.
This is beautiful.
This prick. I swear.
Hang on. Look at the frowns. Look at the frowns. I know he's like, look at the frown marks. Look, Monts is about 15 or so years younger than me. He's a much younger man, right? But those frown lines are deep. They are deep. This Trent news, as look at his frown lines.
This prick. I swear, anyone who tells me I'm not allowed to be annoyed that Trent is leaving, fight me now. Fight me now.
Meet him in the car park.
No, fight me. No, fight me now. Fight me now. Fight me now.
No one's there, bruv. You're on the internet.
Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Fight me. Fight. Everyone says you're not allowed to be allowed. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. No, in the car park. In the car park.
No, in the car park.
Bro, in the car park. In the car park. And bread in the city of Liverpool.
Yeah, and he's now decided to go and play elsewhere. It's not the first time it's happened to Liverpool. It's like the third time a born and bred Scouser, someone from their academy, has decided to leave. It's the second time they've left for free. This is like a common occurrence every 10 years or so. A Liverpool player does this. I'm not even digging them out. I don't get. Maybe if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd understand the outrage. I'm not quite getting it. The thing for me is this. You're all missing the true target here, which is FSG and your board. The fact that for the last 2 to 3 years, they've allowed all your contracts to get into this situation. Trent, VVD, Salah, Alisson's is running down. There's talk Konate is going to leave. That's just horrendous management. I've praised so many great things that FSG have done. And I think they have a system and they've employed people that have got the very best out of the money that they've spent. And they're a well-oiled machine and they transition from one manager to the next seamlessly because they understood they needed a manager that would look at the profiles in their squad and maintain things or go to the next level, and have done that brilliantly. But this element cannot be ignored. Trent's getting all the flack, and I'm telling you now, that Henry fella, and they're all sitting there laughing. They go, nobody's talking about us. We let this happen, and they're focusing on Trent. And I'll tell you what the focus is like, genuinely. I've seen about 15 big Liverpool accounts post this video saying they hope this happens to Trent on the parade. Take a look.
Ali! Oh, for fuck's sake!
Like, literally, they're wishing death or injury upon Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're so fuming. And the social media posts have been crazy. The first one here from Barry. I can't believe I spent 8 years pretending that he could defend just for him to leave. Sam Maguire saying, this is legacy tainting. Charlotte Cortez saying that forget Trent, there's a Premier League to win. No one's forgetting Trent. £150 million player who has been here for 8 years leaves for nothing. Rat. That's from the Anfield edition. Well, at the end of the day, your owner should have sold him if he didn't want to sign a new deal. I think he's been so honest that he didn't want a new deal. He's been so clear about it. It's been so obvious. You could have got 20 million a few months ago for him. I know it's only 20 million. I really do. Listen, I think a lot of Liverpool fans thought that he was going to change his mind. And I saw this, actually, the Anfield edition here. I mean, he's going nowhere, they said just over a year ago. Maybe that's why they're angry. This is the same account, by the way, that Jude Bellingham is coming and Tchouaméni is coming. And the irony is, the same people that let you down for those signings are the same individuals that have let Trent run his contract down without selling him. And you're blaming and attacking the player. I think that is wrong. We've seen them. Oh, this is one of my favourites I've already seen. These types of pictures, like Trent has got Jude Bellingham pregnant as an example, which is just hilarious. They're trying to remove the corner. So they're now saying that the corner that Trent for years was lauded for, he was world class because of this. He's quick thinking. Nobody else has ever done. No one else has taken a quick corner before, by the way. They're taking it away from him. They absolutely are. They're talking about how all this with Trent Alexander-Arnold just reminds me of why I love Steven Gerrard. Never be no one like him, and Trent is a little effing rat. Well, Gerrard tried to leave. Didn't happen. But had you have won more trophies earlier on in his career, say you'd won 2 Prems, a Champions League, been the best team in the world, maybe he would have gone. Genuinely, you don't know the way the world would look. You can't compare Gerrard and Trent's situation because what they've achieved at the age that Trent is compared to Gerrard is night and day. Nobody knows what Gerrard's mindset would have been had he had won some of those major trophies prior to that decision to leave. You know, and that for me is a real big thing. There's this comment here where Gerrard sort of said, they're quoting these old comments from Gerrard. If I won a couple of trophies at Liverpool, it would mean a lot more to me than 10 at Chelsea, Inter or Real Madrid. Now, I don't know whether he said this before or after the proposed move, and I'm not that interested really. But yeah, maybe it would, because he won a few domestics. He won the Champions League, which was massive, but he was chasing that elusive Premier League. And had he have won one, of course it would matter more to a born and bred Liverpudlian, a born and bred Liverpool fan, to win the Premier League at Liverpool than it would at Chelsea. But Trent's done it twice now. Trent's achieved what Gerrard couldn't. So the comparison for me is off. I love this as well by Grizz. I love Grizz Khan to bits. But again, fully expect Trent to renew his signature. This is what everybody was pushed. And I think this is where the anger comes from a particular group of Liverpool fans. I think, and it's like Hussam today wasn't particularly angry because I think Hussam has actually got through this process a long while ago. He knew he was leaving. I think there are a lot of Liverpool fans that buy into this. You'll never walk alone. This means more. No one's more prestigious or more attractive to our players than us, especially if you're from the city. And I think in the light of day, I think Trent feels fulfilled with what he has done at Liverpool. And he is looking at this from his own perspective, which he should. Because if Liverpool didn't want Trent anymore, if there was a better option than Trent, Liverpool would cash in and move on to the better option instantly. Because that is what clubs do, and we demand that of our clubs as fans. Trent is looking at this and saying, 2 Prems. Now he's won 2 Prems. It's ended brilliantly. Champions Leagues, Champions League finals, domestic trophies. He's achieved it all. For a born and bred academy player, how many born and bred academy players in Liverpool Football Club's history have achieved more than him? I don't know the answer because I don't know all your academy players from the 70s and 80s. But he's achieved more than all in the Premier League era as far as I can see. And he just wants to challenge himself individually. He has one career that will end in the next 5 to 8 years at the highest level, most likely. And he wants to chance his arm at the biggest, most prestigious club in the world that has a massive pressure. Very few English players, in terms of a percentage of English players, have gone abroad and been massively successful. He wants to add his name into that ilk. I get it and I understand it. I know leaving on a free hurts, but there's only one group of people to blame for that. That is your owners. They should have cashed in 2 years ago, got 70, 80, 90 mil and reinvested that into the right player. That is not on Trent. He has been honest the whole time that he doesn't want to stay and he doesn't want to sign a new deal. The football club messed up. As ever, people, I want to get your views, though, and I want to get your opinions on this in the comments section below. Until next time, my people, take care, goodbye, God bless, and remember, be careful. Be very, very careful up in Liverpool. Shirts are burning everywhere.